is Patrick Santucci. We're here at the DJI booth for NAB 2018 for digital production TV. Right now we're showcasing the Ronin S. We announced this at CES earlier this year, but right now we have a few updated versions from the prototypes that we're here to showcase. So this is the Ronin S, our first single-handed stabilizer. We took a lot of the technology that we implemented in the Osmo along with the other Ronin systems and put it together into this more compact form factor. This is great for run and gun. This is great for tight shooting scenarios. And it brings DJI's vast knowledge of gimbal creations to the market. So for the Osmo side of it, we have this trigger. And this trigger does a lot of really cool things. One of them is recenter. So you double tap it and the gimbal will recenter. You hold it down, and what it does is it locks the gimbal in position, so you get really cool shots. You can actually bring it all the way down like that. So what it does is it allows you to create some really unique shots using DJI's experience. This is an optional accessory, and so is this. This is a follow focus system, and this is a monitor system. For some camera systems, it depends on which one. You can control everything from ISO to white balance to shutter speed, all through this little monitor. We use a stepless joystick for greater control. Another specialty of DJI, you can see it on our RCs for our drone as well. And you can also set 3 custom profiles. You can change everything from movements to speed, and then all save it within there. Tripod base is removable. What comes with it? It helps when you're balancing the system. These guys are still prototypes, so we don't have a lot of specs on as well as pricing. We can tell you that the payload capacity will be class leading, and we also implemented the Manfrotto quick release for the different camera models. And that's the Ronin S with a quick high-level overview. This is the Force Pro. This is one of 2 new products that we're announcing at NAB 2018. Essentially, what we're trying to do is build a greater ecosystem of control over our gimbals. So this is a tool, and this is the Force Pro right here. What it does is it synchronizes the movements of this tool with the movements of the Ronin system. So essentially, wirelessly, remote control, you can control the gimbal movements in smooth and precise movements. Operating distance is about 2 miles, 2 miles plus. It's very intuitive and simple to use, and what it does is it helps create a really natural look. So if you're following someone in a scene, it'll help you capture a smooth and steady shot without having to have vast amounts of experience with gimbal control systems. So this guy, the Force Pro, will work with our Ronin 2, our Ronin S, which we just saw, and hopefully we'll have it ready for the Inspire 2 X7 soon. This guy will be available next month for, in June, for the price of $1,200. And this is just one example of how you could set it up. So dual-handled support, external monitor, Force Pro, wireless transmitters. What it does is it gives you a really steady shot and flexibility to move along with the subject. Or if you look over here, you'll have another option to mount it, and that's on a fluid head, which is a motion memory for a lot of people in this industry is using a tripod motion head like that. So essentially, we're building on the concept of the Force Pro, creating an ecosystem to control your gimbal remotely. So the Ronin system, which is being displayed right here, normally comes with this joystick. And we found that most people are okay with this joystick. It's a great control and functionality, but some people are looking for something different. And that's where the Master Wheels and the Force Pro come in. Master Wheels is aimed at people that need absolute precision with their gimbal movements. So every movement is very smooth. You have the option to control pan, tilt, roll through built-in 3-wheeled form factor. On these wheels themselves, you have all sorts of different controls as well. So each axis can be manipulated to how you please. So this button will control speed, this will control smoothness, and even if you want to control the amount of friction on the wheels, you can do that as well with this little dial right here. Master Wheels was built with a modular design in mind. So essentially, if you're in tight shooting scenarios, you can actually detach each wheel and connect it remotely. So for instance, if you're shooting in the back of a car, normally the system was very taut against your chest. Now you can actually mount the system to the left of you and remove the wheels and cord them so that you can mount them in different spots that is comfortable, and you can actually get a smooth shot without being so confined and in such a tight space. The top part on top of the master wheels is pretty unique. It has a cheese plate on the top. It's got a cheese plate on the bottom. You can also mount it with a Mitchell mount. And on the top here, we have all 3 custom settings. So essentially, you can set 3 custom settings based on speed, based on motion of the gimbal, and pre-record it. Another really cool feature is actually the repeated motion control. So actually, you can record a movement and then play it back really easily. So for a lot of scenes where repeating a movement is rather difficult, record it, hit the button, play it again. So you can focus on different aspects of the scene rather than just the gimbal movement. And yeah, that's the master wheels. Operate for up to 2 miles plus away. We're still testing that, but we've got it to about 2 miles with full signal. And pricing will be, for the 3-wheeled form, the full kit will be $8,000. For a 2-wheeled kit, it'll be $6,000, and for a 1-wheel base model, $2,500. Those are U.S. dollars, so you'd have to find pricing for whatever region you're in. And another really cool feature is we understand that everyone is a little different, and for long days of shooting, you can actually rotate this center wheel to whatever position is more comfortable for you. We use the same battery as our Inspire 2 and Ronin 2. It's the TB50 intelligent battery. It's self-heating, and it'll operate for 18 hours with this guy. This is NAB 2018 at the DJI booth for Digital Production TV.